USA News headlines today, January 5, 2024, Chicago Tribune headlines. Northwestern law student sues State Department, seeks family's safe return from Gaza. In a past life, Yasmin Alaga's visits to Khan Yunis, the largest city in southern Gaza, were marked by platters of nafa gazawiya, a nutty dessert made with semolina soaked in a sweet syrup, and late nights with her enormous extended family across homes east of the Mediterranean Sea. She doesn't know if that'll ever happen again. All of my relatives are displaced, crammed into hospitals, on the streets, said Alaga, a 27-year-old Palestinian-American law student at Northwestern University. It's my home, it's my culture, it's everything that is love to me. It's so horrifying what's happening. The New York Times headline, FDA issues. First approval for mass drug imports to states from Canada. The agency authorized Florida to purchase medicines directly from wholesalers in Canada, where prices are far cheaper. Pharmaceutical companies oppose the plan. The Food and Drug Administration has allowed Florida to import millions of dollars worth of medications from Canada at far lower prices than in the United States, overriding fierce decades-long objections from the pharmaceutical industry. New York Post headline, Speed racer actor Christian Oliver, 2 young daughters killed in Caribbean plane crash. Hollywood actor Christian Oliver and his 2 young daughters were killed when the small plane they were in plummeted into the ocean off a Caribbean island Thursday, officials said. The 51-year-old speed racer star, real name Christian Klepser, was with daughters Medita, 10, and Anik, 12, when they died alongside their pilot Robert Sachs on the doomed flight Thursday. The Washington Post headline, Border dispute could force partial government shutdown. Far-right House Republicans are threatening to block legislation to keep the federal government operating without sweeping changes to immigration laws. Far-right Republicans in the House are threatening to force a partial government shutdown unless Congress enacts strict new changes to immigration law, imperiling crucial government services, and U.S. aid to Ukraine, over a long-fraught issue that could be critical in this year's elections. Dozens of GOP lawmakers toured a portion of the U.S.-Mexico border at Eagle Pass, Texas, on Wednesday, to push House-passed legislation that would significantly limit migrants' ability to claim asylum, restart construction of a border wall, and cut into President Biden's power to grant humanitarian parole to migrants. Members of the Republican conference's most conservative flank demanded that legislation become law in exchange for their votes to approve federal spending for the rest of the 2024 fiscal year, though the GOP-led House already rejected such a trade in September. The Wall Street Journal headline, Job gains picked up in December, capping year of healthy hiring. Unemployment held at 3.7% last month, and hiring was revised lower in prior months. Employers hired at a solid pace in December, capping a year of steady gains for a job market that continues to defy expectations and remains a bright spot in a gradually cooling economy. The U.S. economy added 216,000 jobs last month, with most industries increasing employment, the Labor Department reported Friday. That was larger than November's gain of 173,000, and better than forecasters were expecting. For all of 2023, employers added 2.7 million jobs, a slowdown from 4.8 million in 2022, but a better gain than in the several years preceding the pandemic. USA Today headline, Claudine Gay was just the start. U.S. college presidents feel a chilling effect. It is not an auspicious time to be leading an elite college. Last summer, then Stanford President Mark Tessier-Levine resigned after the discovery of problems with published research he had helped oversee. Last month, the University of Pennsylvania's Liz McGill announced she was stepping down shortly after botching testimony about anti-Semitism before Congress. Then came the news Tuesday that Harvard's Claudine Gay has also resigned, similarly following her testimony on that topic. The political scientist, who had become the college's first black president, quickly became the president with the shortest tenure. She'd only been on the job for 6 months. Los Angeles Times headline, lured by social media, 10 people shot at illegal LA New Year's party. So tragic. Dozens of partygoers trickled onto an industrial street near where the 10 freeway crosses the Los Angeles River shortly after midnight on Monday. Among them was Maya Banks, a 26-year-old hairstylist and mother of one from Azusa, who eschewed her usual homebody nature to ring in the infant moments of 2024. So many of our friends were inside the party and we weren't planning on going, said Lenice Harris, who accompanied Banks. But we changed clothes and we got inside at 11:45.